Hopefully my internet's all good this time.
So far, so good.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I mean, let me know, but I do have my new router now, so it should be fine. And I plug in every time we're on StreamYard, so I'm like anchored into the Wi-Fi.
Perfect.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
We had someone early.
Hello. Okay.
I
so
listened yes, I did.
You'll finish it soon.
I kept on having to check. I feel like every Lisa Kleypas book sounds the same, like the title. And so I was like, I'm reading the right one, right? I would hate reading.
I was the same way. Like, I was like 2 hours into the audiobook and I was like, this sounds familiar. Have I read this Kleypas before? And then I was like, maybe this is not the pick. So then I had to go back and check.
That would be hilarious if that happened one month.
Okay, so maybe one of you will know what it is. There's a book where he wants his sister, so like he doesn't have a good reputation and he's like self-made, and he wants his sister to be able to like have a good reputation and chance in society, so that's why he like tells her he wants to marry her. So
he wants to marry the heroine.
The heroine, yeah, so that they are like actually from old money. Maybe it was an American one. I don't remember, but I was like, oh, it's the same kind of like vibes where like he wanted his sister to be like well off in
better
society,
chances.
so he wanted,
yeah.
I don't remember what that book was. That's what, Samantha, when you're like, oh, this was like kind of familiar too.
Yeah. I feel like that's a common one that I've read in a few historicals. Yeah, thinking about it.
Yeah. Which is fair because like people definitely look down upon self-made men.
Which is my favorite trope. Like, that is my favorite.
I mean,
I love it
too. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
So many people.
I just don't remember what it was, though. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I think there's some Joanna Shupe ones with that. Like, I feel like Gilded Age, there are a couple like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Lions and Lace as well. But that's kind of like the revenge plot aspect to it.
No, was that it? Because he married her because he was like ruining everybody. No, but he did. He married her to like his sister too.
Yeah.
He cared about his sister. Yeah. But did he ruin her family or just her?
He was trying to ruin a ton of families who like did his sister wrong. So it was kind of that, but like, yeah, a little different.
Okay. I don't remember if he tried ruining her family.
Her family was on his list. That's why he was going to marry her.
Okay. I vaguely remember that beginning. Okay. Maybe that was it that I'm remembering. It makes sense if it was an American one, but do you guys have I swear I was like, where the heck is this? And I put it in here. And
I do. It's on my shelves, but I do have it.
So pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have all of the original covers for Lisa Kleypas like paperbacks, and then I have a few hardbacks that are so pretty.
I'm very intrigued to hear what you guys rated this book. I didn't look up any ratings.
I already know Christy's rating. I saw your Goodreads review. Go ahead, Christy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was a reread for me because this was like one of my favorites of 2022, like of the whole year. So this was 5 stars for me again.
Okay.
It was 5 stars for me too. I thought it was perfect. No notes.
Yes.
I think this is actually the first 5-star I've given our historical Hellions pick this year.
Oh, I think that's true.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I was
that sounds pretty.
You both gave it 5 stars. I was so bored.
The
last hour when she is like dying, I'm like, this is so dumb.
Get out of here.
Literally, I was like, is this a 3 or a 2.5? Like, nothing happened. There was no plot to this book.
No. The disrespect right now.
Tell me when they even left his house.
They didn't need to,
it was
okay?
so romantic between them.
For a 13-hour audiobook, I was like, you guys
the audio is a little long.
Okay. I am shocked that like
so many people love this book.
Yeah. Eat her up in the comments, guys.
Yes.
4 stars in those.
Even like the harsh raters, like Justin, 4.25.
You and Justin have swapped places now.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked. I thought I would not be in the minority. Nothing happened.
So what are you going to give it? 3 or 2.5?
Well, now I feel bad if I give it 2.5, but
no, that's your rating.
I mean,
we're just messing with you.
For you. Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing happened. I was just like, well, it was cute, but it's like, okay, they're just like living together. Like nothing happened. And yeah, the ending, I was just like, I'm annoyed because now they're just in love and now they're just like, it felt
Yeah,
like a very extended epilogue at the end, which is not what I love. So
it did. But then something happened, like, but then he had to like
And then like his weepy confession of love, and he's like, "You
I
can't leave
know.
me. Shut
Yeah.
up. I can't."
okay. Lexi agrees with me on this part at least. And then
Yeah.
like that random guy that she was like, oh, but my husband told me I had to marry him. I was like, this is dumb.
Mm.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of external conflict, but like every scene with them together, I loved, and I loved the
Mhm.
relationship she had with his family and the relationship
Yeah.
he had with the daughter.
Oh
So
my
I
god,
loved
the
it.
daughter, when he gets the, like, buttons for her from that one guy, he's like, "Hey, that's a gold button. I need
Okay,
that." Like,
that was cute.
so
The
cute.
buttons were adorable, and how he took one off of her wedding
Yeah.
dress too. Like,
Yeah.
I really liked
Mhm.
that. Yes.
So
That was
sweet.
cute.
The daughter was so freaking cute.
I'm like, did I miss something? I mean, literally, I was like, ugh, I still have like 4 hours left. Like, what is going to happen in this book?
I can see that once
Yeah.
like my dog is trying to get inside.
But, like, Lisa Kleypas doesn't really do, like, villains that much. It's very much, like, a focus on the couple, like, even her other books.
But they're at least like,
Sometimes there's more adventure, but yeah.
I don't know. This was just all them just hanging out at his house, and I wanted them to like go out and do things in society.
Mm.
Like they went to like one, I think, but
Aw, doggy.
I mean, I thought this was cute. Like it made sense seeing her husband.
Mhm.
Like I found real love, but
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a very character driven person though, and I just really, really loved our heroine and I loved our hero too. So I don't know. I was fine with like the slower moments, but I know you're not. You like the more external conflict and the angst.
I needed plot and
Mhm.
character.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because there wasn't really like I wouldn't even call this angsty. It was
No.
like they
Mm-mm.
liked each other.
No, there was
Mhm.
no angst really because there wasn't anything keeping them apart except like her just grieving and kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
coming to terms with marrying somebody else.
I did
Mhm.
like the beginning, how she was at that party and he thought she was someone else and just started
Oh
like making
yeah.
out with her. I was
Grabs
like,
her into
"Oh,
the
this is
carriage.
fun." Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I did
It
like that.
reminded me of that no, Johanna Lindsay book where he
Yes.
mistakes her for his mistress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
and
Love
the
Only
first book in
Ones.
the
Yeah.
first book in the
yeah,
Mallory Anderson
yeah,
series.
that one's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know, because it was the one that Lacey and I read that was just so good. What did
Worth
we
Any Price?
Oh, the Bow Street Runner ones?
Yes, yeah, we read
Yeah.
Worth Any Price, and that one was so
Mhm.
good. And so this one, I guess,
Yeah.
is more of like her slower paced one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sorry.
I think everyone in the comments read it, but like to wrap it up for anyone who like didn't read it, basically the heroine is a widow. She meets our hero at a party. He mistakes her for like his lover, and they share like a very steamy moment together. But really, he ends up propositioning her to like work for him to like help his sister become like come into society basically because he doesn't have a title. He's a self-made man, and that's
Mhm.
their romance.
So she lives with him.
Yeah,
I
so
did
Yeah.
close
like how he
proximity.
was like, money's no issue, and literally just like threw it around. That was fun.
Oh my gosh, when
Yeah.
he got the Da Vinci painting.
Yeah.
It's like no big
Like, "You don't
deal.
have a Da Vinci?" He's like, "Oh, I'll get one."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So interesting.
Well, Kamal, Samantha, and I loved it, and Jess did not. So that's our recap.
Christy and I usually
I'm
have the
the
same
only
rating though.
person in the comments.
Yeah.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
Mhm.
my favorite Kleypas book ever,
No.
but it's up there. At least like in the top
Mhm.
5.
Mm.
Yeah, same. I do think it was a little long at the end. Like, when I saw the audio was, like, over 13 hours, I was like, "Dang, what happens at the end?" Because 'Cause they're already together. Because 'cause I'd forgotten. And then I was like, "Oh, that's right, she's gonna get sick," and, like, all of that. And, like, it could have been tightened up and shortened, but, like, I don't know, I just love them as a couple. Like, how he wanted her so much. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Maybe I didn't mind the long audio because I really like that narrator. What is her name? Rosalind?
Rosalind Landor. So she
She's
does
good.
the Hathaway series too. So all I could think about was how good that series is, and I was like,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
because those were so good. And I feel like she's done more sweepingly romantic books than this one, at least for me. So
Mhm.
I just love how obsessed our hero was. He was like, from day one, he's like, tell me
Exactly.
everything about her. I'm gonna marry her. I don't care what other people have to say. Like, he never wavered.
yeah. Nobody's a Duke. I've read this one, right?
Oh, Justin, that
Oh,
one's
I
so
love
good. Yeah, that's
that
like the Again the
one.
Magic one.
Yeah, they're very
So good,
similar.
Justin. hmm
Do you like
You've
Again
read
the
that one,
Magic,
Jess.
Justin?
Oh yeah, has Justin read that one?
Oh, I gave Nobody's Duke 5 stars. So
Mhm.
stuff must have happened in there if I gave it 5 stars. But I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of romantic moments, and like they're just so cute together and sweet.
Yeah. Just
And it
hanging.
was
Like if you're going
funny.
in wanting like adventure and more like leaving the house, it's
Not
that
even
book.
adventure, just like a plot. Because it's like, oh, a dance instructor comes and we're gonna dance. And then just like more talking and sitting and talking. So
Oh my
seriously,
gosh.
$4 million? Dang.
That
How
is
rich was
insane.
he? Oh my gosh.
Super wealthy.
Gasp. Clutching my pearls. Oh, okay.
Is that this month's book or is it August? I don't remember when you guys start that.
We already read that one for July.
Yeah.
August
July,
is Secrets of a Summer Night, yeah.
Okay. Justin liked, that's all that matters.
Okay, Justin. Cool.
I praise for Justin. So.
That's good, yeah.
I mean, see, for the end of this one, I was just so like, nah, that I didn't feel really emotional towards it.
Yeah.
He was
If you
like
weren't like
clutching
invested
her
in
and
them.
crying. It was so
Yeah.
sweet.
Maybe if I physically read it, but like, I don't know.
I don't think so because I think the narrator is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I feel like she had a cute connection with the sister.
Yeah, because they're talking about the sister being interested in other, like helping her see other guys and stuff. And like I liked how his sister ends up with her cousin, right? The architect guy.
Mm-hmm. I did love it. I thought this was
so
cute. She had me laughing. She was so funny.
Yeah. She was always mad. She's like, why can't I be with the adults?
Yeah.
That was funny. I did really love that.
Oh, for Again the Magic. Oh, that's not too bad then.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Oh, I loved her. Loved her. Which is so funny because normally I'm the one like, I hated her.
I didn't hate her. I thought she was just like fine. I mean, like, why did you love her? Like, what about her did you love?
It was sweet, like how much she loved her first husband and that they were like actually in love. And then how she like wanted to honor him, but she also wanted to like live her own life, and she wanted to like be a good mom to her daughter. I don't know. I just thought she was like really fleshed out. And I like
What do you mean? Like, is there anything about her beyond just like she's a mom and she loved her husband? Like,
I mean, that's part of her personality.
Like, does she have like hobbies? Does she like do anything? Like, there's nothing about her. So, you know, like I love it when they have like they're passionate about something. I mean, that's what like Amanda Quick writes, where they like have some sort of passion.
Yeah, but they're like blue stockings. She's like a lady over here.
Yeah, but like I'm like, okay, cool. You love your husband. He's been dead for 3 years. Like, let's.
Well, I did like that because sometimes they'll do that, like they're getting remarried again. So they'll be like, oh, the first one wasn't a real love or whatever. So I liked how it was a love match.
True.
And I liked how she had a relationship, like a good relationship with her like ex-in-laws, because sometimes they'll be like treating them horribly and they want to like get out of that situation. Like they did care for her. And I liked how she kind of stood up to him and was like, oh, you only want to pay me like 10,000 pounds? Like, let's push for 30,000 pounds and then I'll come and like live with you and bring my daughter.
I did like the way she negotiated it.
Yeah.
So she was like strong, but yeah. Reading the comments.
People are still talking about Again the Magic.
Mm.
Oh yeah, her first husband's family, the brother.
Mm. Yeah, that was cute.
Well, and then she was like, what I found frustrating was she was even contemplating marrying that other guy just because her husband told her to. And I'm like, you don't like, I get the time period, but like she was still going to do that.
I definitely think it's a time period one with her growing up in nobility. She didn't feel like she had any other options but to follow like her husband's family's wishes.
And I think she knew she like would have been safe with him, he would have protected her and like taken care of her daughter and have let her like have a dowry and kind of all those things too growing up.
I know, but like I felt like her personality was just that. And I was like, do we have any other dimension to you? But we
I mean,
didn't.
she was kind and she was really passionate about like doing the right things for her daughter. I feel like that's enough.
But actually, like, do Lisa Kleypas heroines like have other hobbies and like type of things? Like they don't really do much else. Like they're very into their friends, into like the love interest, which I mean it works. It's not like a bad thing, but like I don't think she really does that with heroines. Like shows another side of them, at least
necessarily like a hot like Amanda Quick does, but I feel like there's just more to them and their person. Maybe it's just like because all she cared about like was her daughter, but then it's just like
but like that's similar to like the Hathaway series. The first book, the heroine in that one is really just like devoted to like making sure her siblings are okay.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah,
I don't know. They're not very, they don't have interesting side jobs like Amanda Quick, like archaeologists and stuff like that.
But I mean, I just feel like there was nothing else to her character other than that. And I found that, I don't know, I feel like the Hathaways was different though, because like they're just so eccentric and like fun. And this one was just like very mellow. Yeah. I mean, but she even acknowledged like the grieving time was done. She was like, oh, now I'm like wearing color and like, yeah.
She was just doing everything like for society. Like, oh, you have to mourn for this amount of years and you have to do this,
Yeah. Did I? Oh, this one said she was very let others decide for me. Yeah. Which she ended up doing. She did decide to like make her own choices, but yeah.
And that's why I think she was good with the hero, because he like kind of inspired her to make some of her own choices too.
Yeah. And kind of showed her the other side of like life and people who were like struggling to make ends meet and like how he was helping them out. Like her eyes didn't see that before,
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't know, maybe if we like her husband, I also was like, what's so great about him? He was just like nice to her. But like even so we just like had our weekly sex and we just like were nice to each other and we were just very like, I don't know if they like there was no like passion behind their romance. And so maybe she just like appreciated him. Cause like
I think they were really good friends and they just had like a young love and very vanilla, but like it was good enough for both of them at the time.
Yeah. And then he's more like, passion and like he's not titled and stuff like that. So it was just like two different types of love.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she did when she was contemplating, she think we could live just like a common, safe life if I didn't take this job, but she took the risk.
For sure.
With him, yeah.
I agree. And I really liked all of her. She modernized the things.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple who do have jobs. There's like some that are an actress and stuff, but like she doesn't do a ton of it. Like it's not common in all of her books, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
She's waiting for
I could.
But even then, they like barely went out. They like didn't go to a lot of balls. They just like didn't do a lot in society, I felt.
Yeah.
I think that was
and taking care of that daughter.
Yeah.
It was just easy and simple, I think.
I can't say I noticed this, but I feel like I remember one mention of him being hairy.
Yeah, I
but-
was gonna say it. Yeah.
Maybe it was like a way to show that he was very manly.
Yeah. I mean, and this is true.
Mhm.
Like they had a really good marriage, but
Mhm.
Yeah, women were marrying people like 40 years older than them,
yeah,
having mistresses.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about
Mm.
that too. I totally forgot to bring that up. I was thinking about
Yeah.
the parallels as well.
Mhm.
Very true.
But maybe that one was more emotional, Francesca's books, maybe because we didn't get like flashbacks between like her and her first husband, that it was
Yeah.
harder to believe that first romance or how sad she really was.
Yeah. Well, and there was that added angst with Michael and
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
we just needed more flashbacks too.
yeah.
Would have made
there's
it longer though.
That's true.
there was nothing holding the hero back from being with her, but at least in When He Was Wicked, like the hero was trying to resist too because like his honor
Yes.
to the husband. And
Yeah.
and I understood. I was like, well, yeah, it was like basically your brother
Mhm.
going after the woman he loved, but
That was just so angsty. Yeah.
yeah. It's just fine and long.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading into that like as well, like that it was gonna become something, and like because it seemed like they had a rough life, like growing up and stuff. And he had to really take care of his family. So I thought, and like he did boxing before, and like I thought something was gonna come up that had happened to him, but then it kind of didn't.
I mean, because she has a lot of trauma, I feel like, with her characters in other books. So
Yes.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was sweet though, where he wanted to take care of his sister because he's like, she definitely didn't have a lot growing up. So I want her to have like
Mm-hmm.
the best that she can. So they did really care about their
Yeah.
family. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't bothered by the length of it. I started it yesterday, finished it this morning, and I don't know. I really, really loved it. Like in comparison to some of our other reads, I think I just love like Lisa Kleypas's writing in general.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. And this is not one that's been updated.
I
should have
didn't sound like it.
Not yet.
When the audiobook was published, and if it's not like a redone.
Mm-hmm.
A redone.
I don't
audio-
think so because I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because there was a part where the daughter called the sister.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, saying, "Oh, you're so pretty. You look like a
Yeah.
Romanov," but she said the actual slur. And Lisa Kleypas took that out of Mine Till Midnight, so I feel like she would have taken out of this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this was published in
That's the thing, she's
2022.
doing
The audio.
all of them. It seems like she's going down the line of editing.
But taking out things that I really don't feel like are offensive or need to be taken out. I mean, yes, that part of Mine Till Midnight, but like the way she edited Secrets of a Summer Night, I don't understand it.
Was it really though because of TikTok backlash? Like,
I have no idea.
I'm like, there's not
No,
even that
it
many
was-
historical. Oh, the blog.
It was before that. It was a blog. Yeah. Like that's when she stopped being online. Like it was during when the Ravenels were being published. Like I think Hello Stranger or one of those around there. Like she got a lot of backlash. Which
just
I
don't
talked about this
feel
on
her-
another live show. But did you guys see like that she's completely rewriting like Stranger in My Arms or something like that? It's being republished in September. And she completely not only like edited it, but like redid the entire story, but it's gonna have the same name, the same like ISBN
Someone
and all that.
posted about that. Who was posting
Yes.
about that? Because then they're like, there's no way to even tell that it's been
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, where she's like, I completely reworked the entire story. Like it's a whole new book, but same title, same everything. Like tons of people were posting about it on Instagram a couple weeks ago.
Am I tripping, or was Stranger in My Arms named something different in the first place?
Yeah, I think it was. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one that's getting redone then. Because that
She
one
had-
has been redone.
She had
Let me
one
see.
that was already like a different.
Oh,
one.
sorry. Someone to Watch Over Me. It's the one in the
What?
yeah,
You
Bow
know
Street.
the Bow Street
There's
one
this whole letter. Like I saved it, yeah.
Wait, can you send that to
Yep.
me? I didn't see her
Yeah.
statement about it. That's the one with amnesia, right?
Yep. Somebody,
Oh,
like,
you like
got
that
the
one.
copy, yeah, of the letter she's gonna put in the front of the book. Let me send it to you guys. Is that it? Yes. Okay.
I didn't see that she had posted that.
Yeah, it's a letter that's gonna be at the front of the published book that somebody got an early copy of it or whatever, or from the publishing side. Yeah, she
But,
was,
like, why
like,
can't you
talking
just
about
write a
how
new book? Like, stop ruining
I
your old
know,
book. Go write
I
something
know.
new. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so this one they said was not updated.
Mhm.
That is so
Yeah.
strange to me.
Mhm.
I mean,
It's an
let's say I
interesting
feel like
choice.
this is true, where instead of, like, actually changing it.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was something, like, super offensive and you're like, "This does not need to be published anymore," okay, that's fine. But I don't feel like any of her books, besides maybe Where Passions Leads, are something that people would get offended over.
Right. Yeah, it was that one. Mhm. That then caused this whole
Stranger's a newer one.
Yeah, that's in the Ravenels, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She just
People
is
on
changing
blogs
everything.
back in the day got real hot about that.
I mean, this is fair because I've seen people change things today. Like, if something, like, was really and you're like, "Oh gosh, I'm gonna change that part of my book and update it," but maybe she just really took it to heart.
Mhm.
But, like, what's wrong with I mean, I guess, do they end up sleeping with each other when, like I don't know. The whole because I don't wanna spoil this book.
In
I
this
don't
book that we
wanna
just read or the other one?
No, Someone to Watch Over
Oh,
Me.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
'Cause isn't there that twist in Someone to Watch Over Me?
I
There
think
is.
so, yeah, it's been a while, yeah, since I've read that series.
This is
I
annoying because
mean,
she said, "My readers deserve a romance model to be my romance novel to be an escape. It has to be uplifting, celebrate women's strength and value."
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be uplifting.
No.
Yeah, I'm all for, like, authors, editing previous work that might be harmful or,
This is
like,
so
something
odd.
like that.
She says that when she took a look at it, "I realized it wasn't going to provide the kind of experience my readers have come to expect. And a few tweaks
Mhm.
weren't going to be enough. Even a rewrite wouldn't be enough. The book needed a complete reimagination."
Mhm. Yeah.
What does
But
she mean by what her readers expect? They're over here reading Haunting Adeline, so I think that we're okay with this book, like, nothing bad happened in
but
this book.
also, like, if I'm reading an author and I'm reading a book they published this year, and then I go back and read a book that they published in, like, 1990, 2000, I'm not expecting it to be the same thing. Like,
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
She's like, "It needed some humor." That's literally what she wrote in this letter.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is weird. She literally says, "I could have just written, 'This is a product of its time,' and called it a day," and instead she rewrote the entire thing. And it's probably gonna
Yeah.
be, like, more rom-com-y like they are today if she says it needs humor in it.
I
maybe
hope
she's
that's
just,
the
like, an
direction it's going.
ultra perfectionist and, like, she can't move on to new things without, like, editing her old stuff.
But then, like, at that point, if you keep doing that, like, you're gonna lose the readers that fell in love with your writing as it was, because now you're getting, like, a whole new type of reader, like, if you do that to all of your books, you know?
Yeah. But I thought,
Well,
like, I'm not a writer, but I always thought, like, once you publish something like that, like, it was kind of like a rule not to go back and read it again, because then you're just gonna continuously always wanna edit it.
Right.
and wasn't this written in the '90s? Like, why?
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah. I
Or
know.
even just say it's a new book, like, why
Yeah.
have to say it's that one reworked?
Yeah, I would just take a new book.
This is oh, it's
Not
not
fantasy.
I mean, fair. Like, a lot of it is also because I think they stuck more true to the time period in when they
Mhm.
were in the '90s versus now where it's a lot more progressive kind of characters.
Okay,
Mhm.
but if you were to think of Lisa Kleypas, if you were to describe Lisa Kleypas to another reader, would you describe her as uplifting?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I would be like, her books are so romantic, but I
I think
wouldn't
they're
say they're so
endearing.
uplifting.
Like, she has very endearing characters who
Yeah.
are sometimes
Mhm.
funny, but, like, definitely a lot of trauma in her books. Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like it's a remake. That's such a good analogy, Justin. Like, 20
Yeah.
years later, here's our version of it with different actors.
Lisa Kleypas 2.0.
I don't know. Well, and so, have you read Whitney, My Love?
Yes.
Okay. Is
Mm-mm.
there a note in the new one saying it's been rewritten?
Not to my knowledge,
Oh.
but I I don't think I read the new one. I read like I found one of the original covers at a used bookstore, so I read the original one
Mhm.
Okay.
with the scene that was cut out. And hated it, to be clear. Hate that book. But I don't know if there's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I mean, so that one, like, and I understand why Lisa unpublished Where Passions Lead. Like, I
Yes.
understand that. And I understand why they took out the part in Whitney, My Love. Like, the actually, like, okay, this is not actually romantic. This is not a romantic lead. This is not a romantic hero.
Right.
But completely restructure. And I like, again, like, characters are flawed. Like, they're going to sometimes make so, and I think, like, The Duke and I. Do you want Julia Quinn to rewrite The Duke and I?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Are you going to? Like, I don't
But no,
That
yeah.
would
know.
be kind of nice.
Fair.
But that's problematic. Lisa Kleypas is not saying this book was problematic. She's saying it wasn't funny. That's the
True.
difference.
True.
Mhm.
That is true. I mean, yeah, because I guess you could equate The Duke and I to, like, Whitney, My Love, and Where Passions Lead, where those
Mhm.
scenes actually happen, but I don't know.
Yeah, because those authors are correcting something that
Hated
could
it.
bother current readers
Mhm.
or be potentially harmful for current readers, triggering whatever. But Lisa Kleypas, I feel like, cuts out scenes that she just, as an author, she's developed her work or whatever. She doesn't like it anymore. It's not that it's problematic. Because the
Yeah.
scenes that she cut out of Secrets of a Summer Night, it's like there was a scene where he like gives her shoes as like a gift or something. She cut that out, and there was nothing wrong with that scene whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, which she's like, "It just doesn't represent me today as an author." Okay, yeah, I thought there was one for the Whitney, My Love, because I feel like it was common knowledge that it got reworked. I was like, "There has to be a note." Oh, it's like a 3-page note.
It's very long.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
I didn't read the new version or listen to the audiobook. So
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. But then you have books like The Wolf and the Dove that were just never
Mm.
rewritten or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need
Mhm.
funny humor uplifting. Like,
I don't want rom-com funny for historicals.
well, I think that's
I
why I
don't
like the older ones so much, is because they're so, like, gritty. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
life happens.
I don't mind like a funny side character if there's like a
Yeah.
cousin or a sibling that's like really funny, but
Mhm.
no.
I don't think she will.
It's supposed to be dark.
Yeah.
Okay,
We might
Justin,
be, like,
no.
doing
Are we
darker books
going
by
to
then in 20
read this
years.
new version together?
We should. Comes out in what, September?
But I think I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
in, like, with, like, the
Well,
intent of
just
not,
because
like,
she said it's, like, basically a new book, like, you don't even notice what it used to be, like, it's whole new bones, like, is what that letter said.
and why that one?
Well, she's going down the list of all of them getting republished, so maybe that's just the next one after, like, The Wallflowers, she's going backwards, you know what I mean?
So this is for Someone to Watch Over Me?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, she could do whatever she wants, but I feel like I entered this live show very happy because I loved this book, but now I'm like bummed that she's editing her old stuff.
Well, it makes an interesting point of, cutting scenes from Untouchable. Like, that's what it would kinda be like,
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Which I love that book.
right? Like, I don't
But
know.
that's like intentionally dark. It's a dark romance. It's labeled as a dark romance.
But I feel like a lot of the old
Mhm.
historicals are, like, these heroes are intentionally dark heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of the one that I read. Oh my gosh, which one was it? That I was like, I hate this. And then at the end, I was like, wow, that was so interesting to read.
To Have and to Hold.
Yes. And like that one is
Gaffney.
intentionally like, this hero's not a good person. But like, oh my gosh, that was such an interesting book.
What book?
To Have and to Hold by Patricia Gaffney.
Oh no, I don't think it.
She was in prison, and then he basically like buys her freedom, and she has to work for him. And he's basically like, well, you're mine now. And then like, so he's not a good person. But by the end, I was like, huh, this is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that is an interesting point for me to hate Whitney My Love so much with a fiery passion, but like, I love Untouchable. But I don't necessarily recommend Untouchable to people.
But I do, like, I don't like it because I think it was Pirates Love by Joanna Lindsay, where there was a lot of like forced, like non-con, but then they do fall in love, but all the on-page sex was the non-con, and none of the consensual stuff was on page. And I was like, this is annoying. Like, yeah.
And they kind of address it, and like even Haunting Adeline and Untouchable, even though it's like super dark, like you can very much tell the heroine is like, they address it almost like kind of too.
Yeah. I mean, she's not alive anymore, so I think that would be disrespectful to go back and rewrite her book. You know?
Yeah.
I can't think of a lot of ones. I'm sure there is, but I can't think of many. Other than Whitney My Love being cut out, I can't think of any others.
That's true. Well, I mean, like Lisa just completely unpublished one of them, so. But I don't know are there any more that are like that popular that like people would still be reading?
I mean, Kerrigan Byrne like changed the title of one and put it into like another series. It used to be like Knight in Shining Armor, and then she changed it to a different series. But I don't know if she changed to like a lot of the actual book.
Yeah, I don't think she did edit the books, but she's totally changed like covers and titles and series names and like titles multiple times.
Yeah.
Is that though because of her trad deals and then moving them into indie, or no?
I don't know. I thought
no, I don't like. She just
thinking it out.
Yeah.
They just republished all of hers on audio, so they had an opportunity, like Lisa did.
But like you said, now that they've passed away, could they edit them like that?
I guess it'd be up to the estate who owns her copyright.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just wouldn't touch it.
Because like, these older like historical authors, like the Catherine Coulter and the Rosemary Rogers, I have seen people talk about that theirs got redone, but yeah, not recently. Like I think it was in the past.
Okay, Janet Daly also is the one who plagiarized Nora Roberts and basically blamed it on her dog dying, and then nothing happened. So I think it is bananas that her name still sells books. She is a known plagiarist. I mean, she's dead, but they still.
Yeah. That is true.
Books.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, on the flip side, if you had to pick a favorite Lisa Kleypas book or even a top 3, what would they be?
Oh, that's a good question.
My list of Lisa books.
Mine's definitely like Devil in Winter is up there. Kind of Devil's Daughter as well. I just shoot, what else?
Mine are Again the Magic, obviously.
Again
the Magic is always first. Mine Till Midnight is a very close second. And then I really love Suddenly You. She doesn't have a lot of standalones, but I love Suddenly You.
Oh, but I really love so many of the Hathaways.
I know. That's what I was looking
Seduce Me at Sunrise is so angsty and so good.
That's a good one too, yeah.
But also Dreaming of You. That's too hard.
It has been so long since I read these, but I loved Tempt Me at Twilight. Dreaming of You. I liked Then Came You.
The Capitol Theater series, it's just like a duet. They're so good too, but like underrated, I feel like, for her. I love those too.
Oh, I haven't read those.
I do like those ones.
What?
Yeah.
Is it on Amazon?
I just did.
Am I gonna be
Yeah.
annoyed? Is it illustrated?
No, it's this. Oh, hold on. It's like it looks like the like kind of Eloisa James ones that she was doing.
Oh, I don't hate it.
It's not the worst, yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
it
don't
actually
hate
comes
it.
out August 20th is getting the re-release.
Where did you
It
see
doesn't.
Which I
It kind of looks like AI, but I mean, I don't hate it.
yeah. It kind of looks like the like Eloisa James and the Sophie Jordan ones they were kind of doing for a while with
I mean,
all
the
the
original
style.
cover isn't that great either. Like, I don't really care for this original cover, so.
Yeah.
It just looks so obviously photoshopped.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what it. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Interesting. I don't hate it, but
But then
it's
are we gonna
simple.
have to read this paperback version, or are they gonna like update the audio?
True. Well, I
And
think
then I
the
also
ebook is getting
noticed
updated with it for
she does
sure.
like a lot of bind ups too. Like I always see
Yes.
the mass market paperback, and it's like bind ups of like 2 or 3 stories. I'm like, why?
Mhm.
Why did she do that?
Mhm.
I mean, did you read the synopsis of the new version though?
I think is that the same as the old? Like, did they update it or not?
It looks updated. Because
Okay.
they call her, she's one of London's most scandalous beauties. So I wonder if she's not supposed to be,
Mm.
wasn't she a
Yeah.
prostitute? Like they thought she was a prostitute?
Yeah.
I mean, scandalous beauty could be a prostitute.
Like, yeah, they're alluding to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I'm curious what the other one used to say.
No, Chasing Cassandra is a good one. I don't love the Ravenel series as much as everyone else does, but
I don't like it, but I never read the beginning of it, which I know people love.
Hmm. There's good ones in there for me, but it's not my favorite overall from her.
yeah.
I mean, this is why we read them, to see like
Mhm.
what was so popular back then. So it's just interesting them changing so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who would get offended by those things, I don't feel like they're going to read those books in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like Marrying Winterborn. I feel like that's one of her. That one and like Derek Craven are like the 2 heroes that everybody loves. Oh,
Yeah.
and Sebastian, of course.
Oh, Sebastian. Oh, yes, all day
Yeah.
for me. Yay.
Thank you.
I love an
Thank
epilogue.
you.
I love an epilogue so much. I love it when authors give us multiple epilogues.
Literally, I will just not read it. I'll be like, we're done.
No, I love it. I was reading an Omegaverse the other day, and the author was saying, like, in her authors, or at the end, she was like, everybody always asks for more epilogues. So, like, if you want to finish the book here, you can finish it. If you want more epilogues, here are like 5 more. And I was like, yeah.
How nice.
Oh,
And I'm like,
wow.
cool. I don't need to read this. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, at least they're separate.
I was
But that's like
living.
bonus scenes, and like I
Mm.
don't even know the last time I read a bonus scene for a book.
Really?
I don't read
If
those.
I love a book, I am definitely the type of person to like sign up for the author's newsletter to get the bonus scene. Like I love them.
No. I think
That's the best part is people being in love.
No, I don't care.
Mm.
What is the new cover of Yours Until Dawn?
I feel like I've seen it, but I'm not remembering it.
By Teresa Medeiros? Oh.
Yeah.
Is it the back of
Did you
that?
see it before?
Did
Oh,
she
yeah.
do it
Mhm.
herself? The font is
It looks like some of the
horrible.
like indie historical romance writing.
Yeah.
Oh, with the red dress?
Yeah, the font of Yours Until Dawn.
Yeah, this
Who
looks like
shows
a
that?
Kindle. This looks like a Kindle Unlimited historical
Yeah.
romance.
Well, and that random basket on the side, like it looks so photoshopped in and like not very.
And the birds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it
it.
literally looks like a Kindle Unlimited historical romance.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree though that a lot of her older stuff is a lot stronger than the
Mm-hmm.
Ravenel.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't love the Ravenels as much.
But I do feel like,
Mhm.
I don't know, they're just more like, I don't know if raw is the right word, but, like, even just historical romances today, I'm like, they're fine.
Mhm.
I've never read an epilogue where the characters were dead.
Well, the one box did historical romances, and they were just okay, so
The last
Mm-mm.
chapter, yeah. I think they were just okay because they were just like these watercolor, like illustrated designs. It would have been cool if they did like a watercolor, like
like a
bodices or
Pinot.
designs.
Clinch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Clinch, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they're okay. I did buy that box though.
I did too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the covers itself aren't these new ones aren't great, but I don't feel like they're as terrible as like the Julia Quinn like cut off head. Like those are just
Yeah.
I hate those with a
Mhm.
passion.
It's true.
Yeah. Have you guys what is the, like, most recent new historical you read?
Diana Herrera.
I've read
That I
some
liked, right?
recently because I read the new like Cheris Michaels one that came out, which was fun.
Mhm.
And I've kept up with like all the Lorraine Heath
I was
ones.
gonna say hers are still really good,
Yeah.
but is Adriana Herrera writing another historical soon or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I was just thinking of like newer ones that I liked. Like I like Adriana Herrera. I still read like Christy Caldwell. I don't think she's come out with any new ones, but I usually like hers too.
Yeah.
Mm.
She hasn't written a new one in a while.
Kerrigan Byrne or Adriana
Kerrigan
Herrera.
Byrne. Remember, didn't she
I
go
don't.
write
Mm.
I
contemporary?
don't think
She's
Kerrigan
doing
Byrne's
her
writing
contemporary
historicals
like
anymore.
duet ones with another author or something.
Yeah, she has her contemporary ones, and
It's
like
cool.
all of the signings that she went or that she was supposed to go to, she dropped out of like every
Yeah.
single one of them. So I don't think she's writing historicals anymore.
Oh, Adriana Herrera is having a new one in February for that series.
Ooh.
Tropical Rebel gets the Duke.
Ooh. Okay. I do love Stacey Reid. Does she have a new one coming out soon? She did a lot in a row.
She did a lot last year, and I don't think she's had any new ones recently. She was like marketing a ton of her ones that she's had out on Kindle Unlimited for a while on her Instagram recently as new, but they weren't new, which was
Oh,
interesting. Trying to see if she has any.
because she came out with like 3 back to back.
Yeah.
She took a couple years off, but then I was like, I don't think I've seen anything about anything new.
Mm-mm.
Nothing new since last
Mm.
August, the Earl and Earl to Remember.
Yeah.
Dang. It's like we can't help the historical romance genre when all our like really good historical romance authors aren't writing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm sure their publishers are just not pushing it in general.
Yeah.
See, but Lexi,
If
this
they're
is one
telling
of
them
the
to
things,
write
like,
other genres.
yeah, that's true. Because I don't know if Beverly, maybe we can ask her when we see her
True.
about it. But oh, Scarlet Peckham, I need to read. But I feel like this is what Lisa's
Oh,
trying to do, this like feel good thing, according to her statement.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one I need to read. Yeah. The Scarlet Peckham, the new one, is really good. I did love that one.
Okay.
You,
I
yeah.
never read the second
Justin, you would like it too. The second one you can skip. I've never heard of that author.
Interesting.
mean,
But also, like, we read old historicals with the lens of like this was written in a different time period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think
yeah,
that's
it's the same thing with like watching like a '90s rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I do like Liana de la Rosa's as well.
Did Scarlet Pickham's come out already?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay. I have to see if I have that one. I just love that she's the one of the last ones holding on to those covers.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, but it's the last one in the series, so I wonder
Come
if she can have
in.
a different series come out. I mean, that's also why when I see like a illustrated cover, I'm like, oh, is this gonna be one of the
I
nice,
know.
fluffier historicals?
Yeah. Which I mean is fine. There's like a space for those, but like I don't want them, and I don't want that to be the only option. Like other people can read it. Because like, don't get me wrong, Tessa Dares lean more rom com when she does write them, and like I love them, but I don't need all historicals to be that way.
But I feel like it worked. Like Tessa Dare made it work,
Yes.
so it wasn't like because there was still like drama and a lot of romance in them. It wasn't just like I don't know.
Yeah.
Tessa Dare, come back.
That last one. It had a cover.
I think Scarlett Scott is still writing too. I feel like she has a lot of books, like a lot.
She does a ton. She does like a
huge.
book a month on Kindle Unlimited.
But hers are shorter, right?
Some are and some aren't. So it depends on
what she's writing.
Yeah.
I know Lisa
there are still some good ones.
In Scandal with the Duke. What is this one?
She has a ton of like Kindle Unlimited series that have like 12 books or something wild. I think this one was I don't know, is this one of those limited ones? I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. I mean, this does say June 2024. I didn't know that. But it's not anywhere on her Instagram, was it?
I don't know.
Is she changing the titles?
Maybe.
She redid the covers and re-released them.
Wait a minute. What's the synopsis? I'm reading somebody's review and they're talking about like, is this a different book with a new title?
Someone said this was supposed to come out first, but she re-released book 2 before this one.
Yeah.
So is this a re-release?
I don't know, because I thought she already has that Sins and Sensibilities series that it's supposed to be a part of on the cover. I don't know.
Weird.
Unless she's changing and like adding a new series name, I have no idea. Because that Diary of Lily Layton one that it's going to be a part of that series now, like that book's been out forever, which is so good and fun. But like now it's added on with that series. I have no idea.
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so she wrote book 2 first? Did she publish book 2 first?
Yeah. It's been out for years. Which is getting a new cover with that series name, which is interesting. Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Reddit chase. Next one in January.
Oh yeah, I do know that she had posted about a new one.
Okay, I mean, the good thing is there's so many older historicals that we can just read the backlist. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's just sad
that so many authors to try still.
What is Beverly Jenkins even writing right now? Is it anything?
Doesn't she write her contemporary romance series still?
True.
Like she had the inspirational
she
one.
She had the Christmas one this past year, or was it the previous year?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people like that series. Not us, but like a lot of people like that inspirational series. So
yeah, the Blessing series.
Yeah, I feel like she still writes in that one.
Does she though?
I'm pretty sure she just came out with like a Christmas.
That's what the Christmas one was a part of it. Which those are like eventually connected to her historical families, which I feel like is cool.
Yeah, but that one came out in October of last year.
Yeah, she said all her books except one even her contemporary ones, all of them except one tie into like the same families.
Yep.
I'm just wondering if she's coming out with anything new.
Maybe
I
she'll
know.
say it when we see her at the signing.
Yeah. Maybe she'll talk about it on her panel.
I know she said she wanted to write fantasy. I'd be like, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
She did. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they are publishing Sophie Jordan's with Avon, a dragon or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, was it Beverly said that she wanted more with dragons too?
She did, yeah.
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 They're all going to jump ship and start writing fantasy.
I mean,
historical and fantasy are very similar. So,
yes.
Well, there's a lot of fantasy that is set in a historical time period. So,
yeah.
I'll read it.
Me too.
Do we want to talk about next month's book?
Sure.
Yeah. I have it. Deception by Amanda Quick.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Epic step back.
This is what I want.
Sounds good.
I love Miss Amanda Quick. I just know this is going to be a good one.
I know. I'm excited.
Okay, but we better have like actual like ship scenes and like pirate scenes, unlike some pirate books we've read where there's been none.
I know.
Oh.
I feel like Amanda Quick, if anyone is going to give it to us. There's like a ship burning in the background, is there not?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there's one on fire in the step back in the back.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, up there.
I wonder if he'll actually have an eye patch in the book.
Probably. I feel like she does stay true to the step backs, like the characters.
Interesting. Because he's on here 3 times and he has an eye patch. Those children look very
going to be
though, so.
I know. Yeah. They're like the heroine's nephews that I think she's taking care of or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm excited. It sounds really good.
Yeah. Me too. And I've liked every.
Oh, Justin said eye patch is confirmed. He's read this one.
Yay!
Yes.
That's fun.
I'm excited.
Rose and Roses series.
Well, her new one that's coming out at the end of the year is tying back to her like scandalous St. James series or like those families. Like she's writing more generations of those, so she has a lot more to do still.
Keep it coming. We love it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, we can call it a day. Samantha's got some fun plans.
Yep.
So. All right. Well, we will post on Instagram when our next live show is in August.
Yes.
Thank you for joining. Talking all about Lisa.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.